Hello and thank you for joining me on another episode of The Average EV. Today we're going to be taking a look at my route plan for my big trip coming up this week. If you didn't already know, I'm taking a road trip out to Austin and then back, and it's going to be super exciting. And someone actually asked, hey, could you show us how you route plan? And I said, sure. So here it is. There's a couple things I'm a little nervous about, but I guess you're gonna have to stick around to see what I'm talking about. Let's get into it. All right, everybody. So before we get into the route planning, I just wanted to say that I like to use the A Better Route Planner app. You may have a car that has really great built-in route planning, so this video might not be for you. So if you own a Tesla, use your Tesla software. It's the best you can buy. But if you're like me and you have an ID4 or maybe an Ioniq 5 or something like that where the route planning is just not very good or non-existent, this is a great tool, A Better Route Planner. Now, before we get into the specific route planning stuff, I want to remind everybody to please give a like and a subscribe, hit the notification bell, and you know what? Let's just get into the content for today. So here we are. I'm in a Better Route Planner. I just want to show you all some of the settings I have set up for A Better Route Planner. So again, I have my car selected. I set my battery to 100% because that's what I'd leave with. I upped my consumption a little bit to 3.5 just because that's gonna be, I think, a little bit more realistic for the road trip. It was like 3.48 or 3.4 or something like that. Here I have my network preferences for Electrify America first, EVgo second, and then I took off EV Connect because one of the stops, and it still shows up, you'll all see, but EV Connect was showing up. I'm gonna go to the Electrify America stop instead. Here you can see I'm going through my different settings, the battery settings. I like to set 5% state of charge on arrival. If you don't like that, then bump it up to 10 or 15. I also set my charger max at 70%, so it will never tell me to charge more than 70%, although there's one stop I think I'm going to charge over. And then speed, you can set that if you want. I just leave it the way it is. Vehicle, I set my degradation to 0 because the car is new and it shouldn't have any. Initial battery temperature might matter a little bit more in the winter than here when I'm going to be road tripping in the early spring. So again, you see the slider, you can adjust, from whatever your battery state of charge is, and I click the button and it's going to set me up for a trip. And again, I'm actually using the online client, but you can use your phone as well, and that's what I use on my trips. So there is that. So here it is, it's loading, it's thinking, because it's got lots of charging stops, lots of calculations to do, and right now it should, there it is, it gives us the trip. And it gives us a total trip time of 29 hours, 21 minutes, 1,573 miles, and below it, that's 24 hours, 60 minutes is how long it takes to drive, and then 4 hours and 39 minutes of charging, and 13 charge stops. There you saw you could change your route if you'd like to, but it gives you the most efficient. And then here is the route. A bunch of stops going through many states. I'm super excited to take this trip. One thing I wanted everybody to see, there's kind of this orange spot right here, and A Better Route Planner basically shows chunks in orange that you can make, but you have to drive a certain speed limit. But I noticed in the route plan, it didn't have me charging up that high. That's because I have my charge limit set to 70%. So I'm just gonna charge up to 80%. That Wytheville station is down right now because they're renovating the sheets. So I have to charge up big so I can get through Wytheville and onto, I believe it's Bristol after that without any issue. Aside from that, it's not telling me to slow down anywhere else. But again, like I said, once I charge up, I'm not too worried about that. Again, here we go, just going down through my route plan and stuff like that. So that is kind of A Better Route Planner and how I use it. Super exciting. Now what I'm gonna do is I am going to kind of go through every stop on Electrify America just to see that they are all working or decently functional. Now this is, I'm not gonna lie, a little laborious, but if you're going on a big trip, like I'm going on a big trip, I'm gonna be driving for over a day, 13 stops, I want to make sure the chargers are at least working. Now, when I get on the road, I might shift to using something else called plug share just to make sure they're actually working before I go to them, before I leave the previous stop. And then if I have to make an alternate plan or charge up more, I will. But anyways, here we go. So first, we got first stop, Stanton, Virginia. It's got 4 charging dispensers. 3 of them are 350 kilowatt and 1 is a 150 CHAdeMO. So that is going to be great. It looks like it's working fine. I have noticed lately that Electrify America has at least been a little bit better. I didn't say a lot better, a little bit better at reporting whether charging stations are working properly or not. So then here we've got the infamous Bruggs Mill Country Store. This station didn't work for a long time, and then they finally upgraded it to the new station. So it's got the 350s and the 150 CHAdeMO, and it looks like everything is working great, which is awesome. Next we move on to Bristol, which is Sam's Club. And as you can see, it has, 1 is in use right now, which is fine, but 1 is unavailable. And when you see that it's unavailable, it means it's not working, which is not great. But then it has another in use 350, and it has a 150 CHAdeMO. So it's okay. If there's a bunch of people driving, I might have to wait a little bit, which is not ideal, but it looks like it's going to be passable for me to use. Next, we have Knoxville, Tennessee. Here in Knoxville, we've got 4 dispensers as well, a 350, a 150, 150, and another, it should be a 350, but it looks like it's derated to 50 kilowatts. So if you see that, the one that says in use 50 kilowatts, that has been derated because it's not working properly, but at least it's giving some power, which is better than no power. So hopefully I don't have to end up using the 50 kilowatt there, but we will see. It looks like 3 of the stations are in use, so it might be a higher use station, but we'll see what happens when we get there. All right, next we've got Cookeville, Tennessee, 150 CHAdeMO, another derated 50 kilowatt charger, a 350 and a 150. So again, hopefully I don't get stuck with the derated charger there, but at least it's putting out some power. Then we've got Willowbrook Commons in Nashville, 150 kilowatt charger, CHAdeMO, 150 in use, 150 in use, 350 in use, 150. So lots of chargers. There, I believe it was 1 unavailable. No, they're all available. So they were all just in use, which is great. And it doesn't look like any of them were derated. So it looks like a really good stop for me. Excellent. Now moving on to Jackson, Tennessee. We've got 4 charger dispensers here. 1 of them's derated. It also said CCS unavailable, so I'm not sure if the cable is down or the handle is down. So this is going to be a problematic stop, it looks like, in Jackson, Tennessee. Hopefully when I arrive there, no one's there. But if I do, I might have to wait or maybe look for another option when I arrive. Then we got Forest City, Arkansas. 4 charging stations. 1 is derated, and then a 150, 350, and a 150 CHAdeMO. Here, the next stop is in Little Rock, Arkansas. We got a 150, a 350, a 350, 150, a derated charger, another 150, 150, and then another. So there's 2 derated chargers. And then the other 6 appear to be working properly. So this should be okay. But again, if it's full, then I might get stuck with, the shortest stick and the 50 kilowatt charger. Then we've got Hope, Arkansas. And in Hope, Arkansas, we have a derated charger. 2 derated chargers, a 350 and a 150 CHAdeMO. So I'm a little nervous about the stop, if I'm being honest. Because if I get here and, all the fast ones are taken, it's really going to slow me up a little bit. But we'll see what happens. Moving on, we've got Jefferson Park in Mount Pleasant, Texas. That is going to be a pretty good stop if I remember. Yeah, 2 350s and 2 150s. It looks like it's working properly. Excellent. Moving on to Royce City, Texas. We got another derated charger and then a unavailable charger, a 350 and a 150. So this again, I'm a little nervous about. Might have to look for some other options when we get there if the charger is in use. And then our last stop before we get to Austin is going to be in Waco, or near Waco and Belmead, Texas. And these are a bunch of brand new 350s. Looks like they're all working properly, and only one is in use. So that is the first leg of the trip. I went into detail for that one. The second leg, I'm not going to go into as much detail, but essentially, I'm heading back from Austin, going back to Maryland, but I'm taking a little pit stop in New Orleans because I did want to get some. I'm so close, and it's only an hour or so difference, so I want to stop by, get some crawfish, get some beignets, pick up a muffaletta for the road, and then head back up. And I also get to check out some other chargers. But so yeah, here's just kind of that route plan. For that, it's going to take me a total of 31 hours, 33 minutes, so only a little bit longer. And I get to stop at in New Orleans for a little bit, and also some different chargers in states I don't really get to go to that often. Here, I'm not going to go through every charger, but you can see this one in Houston is looking a little problematic with a lot of unavailable chargers. So we'll see how that goes. Sulphur looks to be okay. We have an unavailable on dispenser 1 though. Bro Bridge looks to be okay. From what I can tell, nothing's derated. Hammond looks a little problematic. 2 unavailable. One's in use, and then the other's at 350, but it's available, so we'll see how that goes. Gulfport Premium Outlets, I remember being pretty good. Yeah, looks like a really good charging station, and it's at outlets, so we'll have something to do. Saraland, Alabama, looks to be pretty good. Greenville, Alabama, looks to be pretty good. Again, I'm just going through these real quick. Now this one I am excited about. I've never been to Buc-ee's, and I've heard so many things about Buc-ee's from some of my, I'm a teacher, I don't know if you all knew that, but some of my former students have done a thing where they tour around the country and they would stop at Buc-ee's. And I've heard lots of good things, and obviously other YouTubers and stuff have talked about that. So definitely excited to pop into Buc-ee's and check that out, and that'll be interesting. But that looks like a good charging station. All are 350. I thought this was interesting though. They're all 350 kilowatt CHAdeMO units, which is interesting, but we'll see. Moving on to, I'm going to try this one. I'm sorry if you're from this town, but Ultewa, Tennessee. I've never seen that one before, but we got a bunch of 350s, 150s, and in use. It looks like a really great station. Then we got Knoxville. Got a D-rated station and in use, so that could be interesting when I'm tired and ready to be home. And then I think this is a backup on the other side, yes, of the Knoxville, just in case the Knoxville's not looking good. At a Harley Davidson and Kodak, looks like it's an okay site. So yeah, 150 to 350. So that's a good fallback if Knoxville's not looking good, or maybe I'll just go there anyways. Then back to Bristol, which we've already talked about. Infamous Bruggs Mill Country Store again. And then our last charging stop should be in Woodstock, Virginia. And there's an unavailable charger, a 150, a 350, and a 150. So that should be okay. But a lot of chargers in Virginia tend to get a good flow, from my experience at least, in stopping in the different Virginia chargers. So anyways, that's basically it for the trip. I was able to go through, get my route plan, know that a better route planner is going to get me there in a reasonable amount of time. I noticed there's a couple stations I'm a little nervous about, but there's not a station I can't charge at from what I can tell. Now, if I get there and it's crowded and they're going to be there forever, or there's an ID4, and I know I'm an ID4 owner, but if there's an ID4 charging up to 100%, I might have to look for some other options to go to for charging. But aside from that, I'm really excited. I'm going to definitely have a couple road trip videos. I think each way is going to be 2 or 3 videos for you all, so you can enjoy that. And I'm working on another project. I'm going to be taking some video for that as well on this trip to kind of get a nice stockpile of footage. But yeah, I'm super excited. Hope you all are as excited as I am. If you're from any of those places and you have some things you think I should check out, go ahead, drop them down in the comments. That'd be great. I obviously am going to be driving for a long time, and I'm going to have to stop for a little bit. No more than 10 to 25 minutes at each stop. Maybe at Bruggs Mill I have to charge up a little bit more. I won't have too much time, but yeah, if there's anything cool I should check out, please let me know down below in the comments. And yeah, that's it. So as always, please remember to give a like and a subscribe, hit the notification bell. As always, thank you for watching, and I'll catch you all next time.